and welcome to Seder Soul Sailing. She won't like this. She doesn't like this. That's my first mate. Her name is Frida. Free. She was very comfortable here, and I just upset her. No, she's pretty forgiving for a cat. So we have an interesting topic for today. I'm gonna just I'm gonna be short because it's late and who knows what's going on. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch it this time of day or not. But question for today is Donald Trump, Bibi Netanyahu's bitch. Is Bibi, does Israel have its hands so far up Trump's ass, probably in the shape of Jared Kushner, that it tickles his tonsils and words come out of his mouth like starting a war with Iran? Yeah, I would just, I would, okay. The extent of any war we should fight for Israel, that, I don't know if you saw that Tucker Carlson interview with that Mike Huckleberry. That guy is, he should be hung. I mean, because treason is still, I believe, a capital offense. And he is representing a different country. He's a piece of shit, and he should be tried, and if he's convicted of treason, he should be executed. I would watch that on pay-per-view. Say he's what was that? Marco Rubio said his main purpose as Secretary of State would be defend Israel. Jesus, come on now. The world's a serious place. There's a lot of serious business, and any government, any leader who is representing a different country besides the country he was elected to represent is guilty of treason. I believe treason is still a capital punishment in the United States. As a capital offense, it should be tried, and if convicted, they should face capital punishment. End of story. Huckleberry, Marco Rubio, and maybe every damn person who's taken money from AIPAC. Yeah, I think maybe Trump stepped on his unit this time because I believe he said we're going to go to war with Iran yesterday if they didn't. I don't know what he didn't exactly say, but hi. But Tuesday came and went, and so it's Wednesday now, I think. I believe it's Wednesday. It could be Tuesday. I honestly don't know. So I guess I should have found out. But anyway, it's the end of the day, Tuesday or Wednesday. It's I really have no reason to find out what day it is. I live on a boat on the ocean. It's like Janis Joplin said in that song. It's all the same day, man. She actually used an expletive, which I've been asked not to say, and I won't. But anyway, I certainly could when I start talking about Mossad. We know Jeffrey Epstein might not have been working for Mossad. He might have had Mossad working for him. I mean, the more we get into it, the deeper it gets. It's like, it's really dark and it's really creepy. And these people are not anyone you want near your family. I mean, I wouldn't be too happy if I was President Trump about having my daughter being married to, Bibi's butt boy. Jared Kushner. Um, the We can't allow this. We cannot continue to allow having government that represents a different country. And Israel has, I mean, you've heard of the USS Liberty. Israel attacked an American ship in the 1960s, killed a bunch of Americans, and they didn't deny it. I mean, look it up. It's these people are not our friends. They're not. They want us to fight wars for them. Now they apparently want us to fight a war with Iran. Well, let me tell you, and this is what the military has been telling President Trump. If you think Afghanistan and Iraq were clusterfucks, it's Iran is going to make Iran is. I mean, we got our. Let's just be honest. What happened? We got our asses kicked by the Houthi in Yemen. I mean, Yemen's not even like a real country. It's a tiny little chunk of sand between Saudi Arabia and I don't know what you got going on down there. It's a mess. They don't even know where the borders are. Look at the map sometime. The borders just stop and the sand, it's like, but they, with just a few missiles from Iran, managed to drive our Navy out of there in last year. I mean, it was not good. So the Navy, the military has been telling President Trump that we are effed in the A if we go to war with Iran. And that's probably why we haven't yet, as far as I know. But it seems like when Bibi Netanyahu says jump, our leaders jump. And they don't give a shit how many Americans have to die so that Israel gets what it wants. I mean, we're just goyim anyway, right? It's like... unless, we haven't buried our foreskins beneath the yew tree, I guess. Let's see what the cards have to say about this. What's going to happen are we going to go to war with Iran? And if we do, is it going to drag out for 20 years like Afghanistan? I mean, a bunch of freaking dudes on camels kind of kept us occupied for 20 years in a war. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great experience, and it wasn't a great use of our money. And we don't have a hell of a lot of money. That's what part of the problem is right now. We owe a lot of money. We don't have it. And we can't print it anymore because China isn't borrowing us money to print money willy-nilly. That magic money machine, the Japanese yen carry trade dried up. That's so anyway, we got our asses kicked by Houthi. Our Navy got driven out of the goddamn Red Sea. Iran is a whole different kettle of fish. Iran's a serious piece of work. And they've got weaponry from the Soviets. The Soviets haven't been around since well before Victoria was born. From the Russians, and I'm old enough to remember when the Soviets got bogged down in Afghanistan for 10 years. We got bogged down for 20. But they're getting from the Russians, from the Chinese. It's hi, hello. It's the military does not want to do this. Is Trump such a whore for Israel that he's going to start a war with Iran? And if he does, is he going to get away with it? Or at this point, he's been, he's tripped over his own swinging dick if he doesn't, because he maybe can come up with some press conference bullshit that gets himself out of it. But this is a disaster. This is a friggin' disaster. It's a disaster for Trump. It's a disaster for Trump's presidency. And Trump's doing good stuff in his presidency. This is going to bungle it all up. Um, I mean, it's insanity, because some corrupt little weasel in frickin' Palestine and occupied Palestine told us to go to war, so we're going to go to war. Hell no. I mean, I don't believe Trump would have won the election if he had been campaigning on fighting wars for Israel. Frickin' Mike Huckabee, man, that guy, seriously, he should be investigated for treason for what he told Tucker Carlson. And I mean, punished to the full extent of the law if found guilty. And I don't know how they do it these days, gas chamber or lethal injection, whatever. I don't really care, just so he's punished appropriately. Tucker Carlson interview with Huckabee. Watch it. So, how screwed are we in this whole Iran mess? And are we complete whores for Israel? Or can we get out of this? Huh. Same signifier as yesterday, the 8 of Wands. So like something is starting. Something is something love related is like beginning. It is. I can't see. I should just wear my glasses. I always forget to put them on. Okay, here's the overall situation. The Two of Swords. That is. That, you know what that is? We have to make a hard decision, and we don't have good information. I mean, somebody has good information, but they're not people that we can trust. Apparently, you know, they're. I mean, Huckabee went and there was a guy that sold out information to Israel, and he was convicted, and he was a traitor. I mean, he should have faced capital punishment. But instead, they let him go to Israel, move to Israel, and now he's meeting with Huckabee. He's a frickin' traitor. And here is the gateway So yeah, I don't see a clear answer coming out of this because this is confusion. That's how we get into the future. And here's the root, and that's a cheap victory. And I'm starting to look like the cheap victory was Trump running as a peace president and going to start a war with Iran. And here is the overall situation, and that's temperance. That's finding our balance. And that kind of ties in with the signifier, the 8 of Wands. And here's the psychological future. And that is leaving loose ends. That's not finishing what we start. And, I mean... Did we really finish anything in either Iraq or Afghanistan? You know, we kind of left a lot of loose ends there. I mean, like $1 trillion worth of weapons that fell into like the ISIS hands. Now ISIS, we put them in charge of freaking Syria. What the hell? Maybe we need to clean house at home in our, military and intelligence community and get rid of. I saw something that like 12,000 people have been removed from the from the military for being transsexual, and there's 12,000. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying anything one way or the other about that. But there are 12,000 transsexuals in the military. It's like that's a lot of people willing to mutilate their genitals. Kind of wonder, I mean, if they're military readiness. But, so here's the future. and that is the King of Swords. So that's sort of like a warrior king. Um, and here is our fears. We fear being trapped, but we're our own jailkeeper. We're and here's the astrological energy, and that is we've got the high ground, but we don't have secure footing, and we're in a battle. We're in a deep battle. You know, our desires. This is interesting. We want like feminine power, feminine magic, like compassion, but kind of subtle behind the scenes. I think we want somebody who knows what the hell is going on to be in charge, not just Bibi Netanyahu. And here's the final outcome, and that's the initiation of earth, of fire energy. So that's interesting. Let's see what the modifying cards. So this modifies our fears. And that's joy from the past. And we're afraid that we've trapped ourselves. Our own fears are trapping us. We're trapped within our own fears. Um, Edgar Casey said that the world, by 2025, it was going to start dividing into two types of humans. I call them the greater and lesser humans. Like we have these geese, Canadian geese, and where I'm from. And there's big ones we call the greaters, and small ones we call the lessers. But Edgar Casey said it would be between fear-based thinkers and love-based thinkers. And this is telling me that we need to get back to being love-based thinkers, because that's what this is. It's love from the past. And that's what's trapping us, I think. And this is modifying the astrological energies, and this is keeping everything a tight grip on things. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even look at I don't mean to ignore you, but it's hard for me to see this. And this modifies our desires, which is the high priestess, which is sort of a feminine magic, which is kind of a deceptive. It's like a Neptunian magic, and Neptune is still within 1 degree. It's almost exactly conjunct Saturn still. At 0 degrees Aries at the very beginning of the horoscope of the zodiac of the zodiac wheel. So and death modifies that. So yeah, that's but we've got those loose ends that in our psychological future. So this is an important one. This modifies the final outcome, and this is the Knight of Pentacles, which is stability and steadfast sturdiness. So yeah, that's interesting. So this is a problem. This card right here. This is the gateway that ties everything together. It ties the psychological arm with the event arm, and everything comes together. And this is what we have to do. I think we have to see through the smoke. We have to see our way through the smoke. This is the overall situation, and this is the gateway. The overall situation is we have to make a hard decision. We have to make a firm decision, a dramatic and radical decision, and we don't have all the information, and we're not going to have all the information. I mean, what that's telling me is we have to do what's right to us, what's right in our heart. It's like the New Yorker magazine this week ran a story about how pedophilia was a mental disorder and not a crime. Is that? No. Nope. It might be a mental disorder. I don't doubt that, but so is Jeffrey Dahmer eating people. That's a mental disorder, but it was also a crime. I mean, yeah, it's like treason is a crime. Being a government official in the United States and representing the country of Israel is a crime punishable by death because it's treason. And pedophilia is a crime. And I don't give a shit what the New Yorker says. So we know what's right. We know in our heart what's right. We know what's wrong. You know, we have we have. It's not clear. So we can't. There's so much going on that we don't know. I mean, like, like, what exactly does Mossad have from those Jeffrey Epstein tapes? I mean, we've seen the bunch of emails and stuff, which are freaking horrific. But what else do they have? How about all these videos? I mean, he filmed all these events, all these. You know, it sounds like they're doing human sacrifices and cannibalism and murdering children and things like that. You know, I mean, somebody somewhere's got some video of stuff like that. And if this is, and if Mossad has it, and Bibi Netanyahu is using it to blackmail even our president into starting a war. Maybe it's Jared Kushner, and he doesn't want to hang the father of his grandbabies or something, which I could see that, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, if they've got evidence like that they've collected in Epstein's honey traps, they can get the United States government to do whatever the hell they want. They say go fight a war with Iran. It's like we go fight a war with Iran. They don't care how many goyams they have to kill in the process. Yeah, we got a problem. But I guess what this reading is saying is we know what to do about it. And you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to take control of this situation firmly and decisively. You know, that what was that? The Game of Thrones. That Stark or whatever, the king of the North Kingdom. He or the whatever he was, the boss, the El Jefe. he cuts that guy's head off in the very beginning of the series, and says, you know, because he's passed the sentence, he's got to carry out the sentence because he's the guy that passed it. That's what this card is. This card is, you got to chop somebody's head off. You got to do it yourself. You can't just you know, sign that to some flunky from the frickin' mailroom. You know? But we're going to do it. We're going to do what we need to do, even though we're going to be tempted as hell to leave loose ends and not finish what we start. And our whole world is built on cheap victories, cheap, insubstantial, unsustainable victories. So I think we're going to get through, and we're going to start new, and we're going to build a firm, good world. I mentioned Edgar Casey. I read about him many years ago, but interesting guy. I read about him like in high school, I think. But he said he talked about the world splitting right about now is when he predicted it would happen, around 2025, and it would be the fear-based thinkers versus the love-based thinkers, and I think he said we're going to split into like two worlds. Dolores Cannon kind of based some of her stuff on that, I think, because it ties right in with that, the New Earth stuff, and I think I mean, at least some of us are going to take ownership of our personal sovereignty, and we're going to quit letting these friends of Jeffrey Epstein run our world, you know. And we might lop off a few of their heads. We might have to, but we're going to have to. We're going to have to do it because we can't keep going like this. We can't keep We can't keep having shitbirds like Huckabee uh, basically committing treason in front of what, 7 million people, 7 million viewers on Tucker Carlson. That just it's that's not acceptable. We cannot no longer allow this to happen. Um, Somebody's laughing their ass off. Well, I'm glad I am. I'm glad you're happy. um, so, anyway, I think I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the United States is going to survive this, but I think we're going to survive it. We're going to. Those of us who reject fear-based thinking and take ownership of our personal sovereignty and quit abdicating it to clowns like the von der Leyen dining club in the EU and that Starmer, for God's sakes. Man, he's like, has he got anybody left in his cabinet? Have they all been like imprisoned for being child rapists with Jeffrey Epstein? Um, we're in weird times. We are in weird times. So, and this Saturn conjoining Neptune at 0 degrees Aries is no joke. So, thank you all for watching, and thanks for all the likes. I didn't even plead for them. I appreciate it. And I always feel guilty saying goodbye when so many of you are watching, but I appreciate it. And thank you. And we're gonna get through this. We're gonna be okay. It'd be nice if Trump just all of a sudden grew a pair and basically told Bibi Netanyahu to go, insert telephone poles where the sun don't shine. But if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But we're not going to put up with this shit. We're not. The world's not. We've had enough. It's time. Love you all and take care. And I didn't mean to get anybody angry or riled up. The new world is a place of peace and harmony. Yes, I hope. Let's make it that. Thank you very much, Roy. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you all watching. Thank you for sticking with me this long, and take care. And I'm going to do an interview with a friend tomorrow, early, like 9 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know if we're going to broadcast it live. He's going to record it. I'll put it up on my channel too. And but it'll be interesting. He's very cool. I've gotten once when I qualified for my carry permit, I did it at his farm. He had a guy come out and conduct the class at his farm. He raced motorcycles with this guy for long time. He's a good man, and he's a hell of a car painter, and he's smart and funny, and don't know what we're going to talk about, and don't know what the ground rules are, but it's always fun to talk to. So I'll probably do a reading. I'll probably post that as soon as I can, so it'll just be some random thing posted on our channel. Love you all. Take care, and thank you for watching so long, and look forward to seeing you again. Or, imaginarily seeing you, because, it's a one-way view. But anyway, love you all.